That's why we're in the back, just navigating everything.
It's the science room, because this is where I have to remember all those hard to say terms and tell you about how our cave was formed. So let's get right into it. Experts say that around 300 million years ago that this part of Arizona was actually covered by a vast inland sea that was shallow and not deep like the ocean. In this ancient sea there lived primitive life forms such as fish, plants, coral, sharks, tetrapods, a lot of that fun stuff. Many of those creatures have bioluminescent properties, meaning that they had the natural light across this room. Frank definitely was not the smartest of guys, but he was really cool and he did a lot of good stuff here, so we try to remember him and honor him as we can. This area here, you can see multiple instances of flowstone and dripstone. That's that waterfall stuff. That tells you multiple waterfalls fed in here to this area. There also used to be a solid rock floor right about here as well. Over time, that water would pile up, the weight would become too much, and that rock floor would eventually collapse, creating this wonderful cave-in. This formation here was formed by a slow-flowing mountain spring with very mineral-rich water. Over the years, those minerals would deposit, and eventually calcite crystal would form, taking the shape of the waterfall, making it one that is now forever frozen in time. This effect right here is literally just hard water mineral buildup. Has anybody here ever washed dishes and seen white grime at the bottom of the glass? Mm-hmm. Do you guys clean that up when you see that? Mm-hmm. You really got to stop. Because if you do, you're going to get this thing right here, something like this along the lines of about 1,000 years. DIY crystals at home, okay? You can do it too. But anyways, also, you might have seen that elevator shaft back there. That elevator shaft, you did not see it, do not worry. You're going to see it one more time today. When you guys exit the park, limestone dust hardens, and it creates a nice thick crystal crust that can be anywhere from feet thick to pencil lead thin. So I usually tell people, really not safe to stand on. Except for this portion right here, this one's completely safe, I promise you. We do have other pieces of cave ice in our cave, though, that are about 1 inch thick, with 60 feet of nothing besides the ground right below you. So if you guys ever do go to a cave and go spelunking, do not stand on cave ice. You never know how thick it is. An ancient waterfall at one point in time. What makes this a little bit different, though, is those nice long skinny folds that you see jutting out. They kind of form that drapery or curtain shape. That is a formation known as cave bacon. Yes, bacon, just like the food that we all love to eat. Definitely delicious. This one, definitely not as good. We're going to see one more example of cave bacon today. It is a little bit hidden. So if you guys can find it, you actually... Now, when Solomon Lick first stumbled across this cave, he came across a 30-inch opening in the side of a rock wall with a little bit of a draft coming out of it. Now, it smelled really, really bad, probably like you guys smell today, but Solomon Lick is a man of adventure. He hopped right inside to look at all the beauty here in Colossal Cave. Solomon was amazed by all the beauty he would see, but sadly he wanted to extort this beauty for his own personal financial gain, which he would do as well. For about 33 years, he would kind of look like spikes or upside down pine trees. Whereas stalagmites are going to be all these little crystals popping up from the ground, they kind of look like upside down stumps or something like that. Along with stalactites and stalagmites, we do have countless examples of flowstone and dripstone throughout this cave as well. Flowstone is going to be this rippling effect you see across our formations today, whereas dripstone is going to be that dripping effect directly underneath the flowstone. I want you guys to know that when you see flowstone and dripstone